When was the last time you took a break? And I don't mean this kind of break where you check your social media and you just pretend like you're relaxing. I'm talking about a genuine break. A break where you disconnect from the need to always be on top of things, keeping things in order, and producing something. Busyness is truly one of the greatest diseases of all time. And it is the modern day way of smoking. Truly, that's what it is. Because when you're staying busy just for the sake of staying busy, you know what happens? You release dopamine hits for every single comment, like, feedback that you're getting. And you're staying busy from a place of fear rather than wholehearted love and conscious creativity. Conscious creativity and busyness are very, very different. And you can only truly sustain something that comes from a place of wholehearted love and conscious creativity, not fear. And busyness truly roots in fear. Why? Well, basically, when you're staying busy for the sake of staying busy because you're afraid. There's a fear there, an underlying fear that says, if I don't publish this, if I don't create this, if I don't stay consistent for the sake of staying consistent, then I am not going to be worthy, right? That I'm not going to be seen, heard, valued, understood. I'm just not going to feel like I exist. The moment that you can begin creating from a place of wholehearted love and conscious creativity, beyond perfectionism, there's no attachment there anymore towards the outcome of whatever you're receiving back from creating, from producing something, right? You're remaining non-attached. What is so crucial to be able to create from this place is for you to also sustain your energy. And how do we sustain our energy? Well, we need to actually take care of ourselves and actually rest. To take a break and to literally organize the breaks so that you actually prioritize it. This is definitely something that I would recommend doing, especially if you're an entrepreneur working for yourself, or if you are basically a high performer of whatever sort, a creative, a coach, especially if you're working online. If you've got a lot of things to attend to, which who does not? Who doesn't? Most people do. And so in order to actually bloom beyond perfectionism and bloom beyond this hustle culture and this busyness, who is it that is responsible of taking care of you now? It comes down to you prioritizing you. It comes down to you recognizing your own signals from your body. It comes down to you being proactive and actually designing your life from a place of the proactive principles, where you go beyond the pushing, proving, and the pleasing, and you choose rather presence, right? You choose purpose. You choose to remain present. And that actually can begin happening when you allow yourself to take some breaks. You know, high performers have the tendency to always want to say yes to things. Yes to this opportunity, yes to this meeting, yes to this person. Yes, 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 yes. You want to pursue more. You want to chase more. You want to be a go-getter. It's just in you, right? But is it really? Or is it programming? Is it conditioning? Maybe. What if you have just observed other people behave in this way from a place of busyness so many times that it's become ingrained in you and you've taken it on as your own belief system, where you believe that you have to operate the very same way. I know for myself, and I can talk from personal experience, that as a woman, as a girl, as a little girl growing up, observing my father work nonstop, 24/7, 365, it set me up to believe that I was only worthy if I showed up in the very same way. If I helped him out, I would be seen, heard, and understood. I would get compliments. Right? I got a reward for it. And that further developed into me chasing the A's in school and climbing this success ladder, right? To the point of realizing that, oh, that was empty. It just led to more emptiness. Because it was not rooted in wholehearted love and conscious creativity. It was rooted in fear. Fear of what my father would believe about me if I didn't. Now I began realizing, through inverting it, that would actually bring me a whole lot more fulfillment than if I was constantly running on this hamster wheel of busyness. So you want to take a look at your own behavior, right? You want to take a look at your own beliefs of what might keep you staying so busy all of the time and what make you so resistant to taking a break and creating that and designing that into your life. Why would you want to do this? Why would you actually take a break? Well, imagination is more powerful than knowledge is. And your imagination can actually become more activated when you actually begin resting, relaxing, being in nature. Even Steve Jobs took regular, repeated breaks during the year where he just went off in nature, went off to India, went off to a place without all these things that he thought that he needed to do. It might have been with him in his mind, but he didn't actually bring with him all this work to do. And how often do we do that now? I encourage you to ask yourself, how might I actually implement and create a sense of priority around taking breaks? And you see, when you begin doing this, or actually just undoing all the things that you thought that you should be doing and allowing space to occur, you get more in touch with your body, get more in touch with your spirit, which is the sunflower bloomer and boss bloomer within you, and source to actually channel ideas and opportunities and all sorts of beautiful creations through you, which you wouldn't have been able to uncover or discover if you were constantly on the hunt for something, if you were constantly on the hamster wheel. You know what? It actually takes courage. It takes bravery in order for you to prioritize this in your life. Because again, there's a sense of reward system that is set up for you to basically keep on going. Especially on social media and online. There's this sense of feeling like you are losing out. There's this FOMO of what will happen if I am not online? What will I miss out on? Well, here's what I encourage you to do. Face your fear. Head on. Head on. Face your fear of what might happen if you take a break. And I'm not talking about just a little tiny break of 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. I'm talking about giving yourself permission to take a longer break of several weeks, even years, if you need to, if you want to, if you feel called to. Remember that you are just like a sunflower. You're just like a plant. You go through and you grow through seasons. Wilting, falling, rooting, rising, and blooming. And sometimes you might feel called to rest more. Sometimes you might feel called to take breaks more. So I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to just bring it up as a potentiality for you to choose if it feels aligned to you, where you are in your journey right now. And again, it all begins with you giving yourself that permission, because no one else in this day and age will give you permission to do so. Truly, when I reflect back on my own journey, the times that I've grown the most, or had the most creative insight, or had downloads from source, from infinite intelligence, from God, is after I have taken breaks or during. Where after the break, I have had so much clarity, mental clarity, emotional clarity, and just a sense of presence that allowed me to receive all of that, to actually then materialize it, to realize it. So what is going to happen then when you have been on the hamster wheel for a long time of busyness and keeping it up? What's going to happen when you take a break? Well, what's most likely to happen is that you're going to crash. You're going to crash the first 7 days, typically, where you'll just sleep a lot. You'll just not want to do anything. You'll just crash. And you won't believe how tired you'll be. Whilst you're giving yourself just permission to crash. And then you recover mysteriously, because that's how the body works. It aligns things within you, around you. So you begin recovering and you'll be really surprised. You'll be surprised by the mental clarity and the sense of openness that you'll experience, where it's as if you have more energy, when in fact the energy was always there. It was just being suppressed and repressed by all this busyness. So you begin activating that energy within you again so it can flow through you again. So you'll be really, really, really surprised when you do this, when you prioritize this for yourself, and you can see the value in it. Then when you actually then get back into the rhythm that you might have been in before then, a lot of things will just be a little different. It's as if you get a new perspective, a perception on a lot of things just by stepping back from it. Because that's how quantum physics work. So you step back, you observe, and everything will flow so much more easily and effortlessly from there. So this is what I wanted to and what I feel called to share with you today. Giving yourself permission to take a break, to actually literally prioritize it. Because if you don't, no one else won't. You won't be able to sustain yourself if you are just keeping on going for the sake of keeping on going. Observe your paradigm and your mindset and your thought loops about what you think that you should do or need to do, and how important this is to get done right now. If not, you know that you're on a hamster wheel. You know that you're staying busy when you have that thought loop of I need to do X, Y, and Z. If not, X, Y, and Z will happen. That's when you know that it's time for you to prioritize a break and allow yourself to receive intuitive nudges, creative insights, and presence, space to think. This is very, very, very counterintuitive, but the more I interact with reality, I realize that counterintuitive ways of approaching the world is actually pretty useful. So choose to be a little counterintuitive and choose rest, choose a break. I support you with being able to prioritize this for yourself and getting into this way of thinking differently about productivity and about creativity within the Bloom Beyond tribe, and also obviously the paid programs, Bloom Beyond Perfectionism and Bloom Beyond Mastermind, with Bloom Beyond Perfectionism being there for you to truly rewire your subconscious mind to also actually find value in and love breaks, love rest, and for you to actually then prioritize it in your life and business. That's what I serve you with there. So you can go to bloombeyond.com/apply to apply to join the Bloom Beyond tribe. I'm excited to supporting you in being able to prioritize breaks. Knowing that it actually is counterintuitive, and typically it just activates a whole new energy within you that is very valuable when you are to create your freedom-based life. Stay bright, stay brave, and stay balanced.